Hey everyone, it's Libby from Meister Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people, it's W-O-R-I-M-I, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Entertainment only. Yes, I was supposed to be on with Laurie this morning from Way of Positive Change, but she's not well. She's quite crook with a shocking cold that she picked up from her travels. So please, please, please send Laurie lots of light and love and healing energy. Hopefully we will get together sometime next month, November. Oh, where did November come from? Because the next 2 weeks for me are just simply going to be chaos. Those pictures will disappear off the wall later this afternoon. I'm going to be taking them up to my father-in-law's because we are expecting some stinking hot weather over the next week. And I don't want my artwork sitting in a shipping container in the heat. So we'll be taking them up to my father-in-law's, along with the garlic and the coffee and all other things that are a bit precious, my daughter's musical instruments, her saxophone and electric guitar, etc. So thanks for all those that made a comment on the purple dress I wore the other day. That is the twin of this one. It is actually a big floaty dress, lovely and cool, and I've packed up most of my wardrobe, so you're going to see me pretty much in the same clothes getting washed in between over and over the next few days. I will come on as I can. Who knows what next week is going to pertain, as we will be the removalists are coming on Tuesday next week and delivering to the new property on the Thursday. So it's it's going to be a wild week next week. Okay, where on earth do I start? Oh, first of all, I start with, if this is not the channel for you, then please do not bother to comment. If you think the 32 times convicted felon, alleged rapist, alleged sex trafficker, and somebody who has doubled, allegedly, their personal wealth in the last 9 months, if you think they are not financially corrupt, then this is not the channel for you. Do not bother commenting or emailing me, because all that will happen is that, well, I will simply reply politely and say that when you've actually researched and had the wool taken from your eyes, you can contact me again, but until then you are blocked. So yeah, it's just that sort of energy at the moment. Hell no energy. But in the same vein, please be kind to each other, kind and polite, because things are pretty tense. Okay, right, where do I start? I have so many things that I want to have a look at. I think I'm going to start with the Qatari officials that were in Egypt that unalived, and I do apologise for the code words, that's to try and keep the censors happy in Egypt. Now, 3 Qatari diplomatic officials were in a car crash in Egypt 2 days ago, I believe. 3 perished, 2 are in hospital. This comes pretty much exactly a month after 5 Hamas diplomats were unalived during a Israeli dropping of things on Qatar. So things are not quite what they seem in these supposed peace talks. Now, you've got the orange twerp over there going, "Look how wonderful I am. I've bought this peace." No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. If anything, he's enabled the continued killing of innocent citizens. He wasn't involved in the peace negotiations. He was bluster and bullying in his usual manner. And what has he said? Oh, he calls for an end to feuds in the Middle East, as if that's going to solve anything. Oh, please. If it was simple as calling for an end to the feuds in the Middle East, they wouldn't have been fighting for the last 1,000 years. He's just absolutely ridiculous. He's also calling for the corruption charges against Netanyahu to be dropped. Now I'm just going to tell you that is the whole reason for this conflict is because Netanyahu is up on corruption charges. Now you'll notice that I think his corruption charges are actually going to move ahead very quickly with that King of Swords and the Eight of Wands. He had tried to disband the Supreme Court in Israel. It was going back a couple of years if you look at your history. Disband the Supreme Court because it was the corruption charges against him had reached the Supreme Court level. There were massive protests in Israel saying, no, you don't touch our Supreme Court. And so therefore the corruption case was going ahead, and lo and behold, what happened is the music festival was moved too close to the border, and from being deep within Israel, it was moved to right on the border, and it was extended by a day, and it was that extra day where the attack happened. So I'm just going to put it out there. Timing is really strange. I believe it will come out eventually. Judgment. He will face judgment in regards to what happened. It will be revealed that he was behind this. I believe he had been advised days, weeks, something earlier that there was a potential attack being planned, but the information wasn't passed on, and if anything, it was exacerbated by actions within Israel. And every time he's meant to go to court to face the court on these charges, lo and behold, something happens. A bombing of Iran, a bombing of Qatar. He happens to be in the White House. He got food poisoning, you name it. So he's done everything within his power to avoid having to face justice. And now the Orange Twerp is over there calling for the charges to be dropped. They're not going to be dropped. I'm just telling you that now. And I keep getting that Netanyahu will face charges, but I don't think he'll ever be convicted, because I always get him and his wife. Now, his wife Sarah was also years ago up on corruption charges and somehow managed to wiggle her way out of them. Quite severe corruption charges too. I always get that they are going to take, I won't say it the easy way out, but if I say Hitler and Ava way out, mustachioed man and his partner when they were trapped in the bunker, and I just keep getting that they are probably going to drink something, so we'll see how that ends up. But what I want to have a look at, and I'm using the mystical manga cards, I'm going to have a look at what is behind these three Qatari? Why these three Qatari officials? Now, I know Egypt's not the safest country to be driving around in, but there are a few contradictory reports, apparently something to do with the steering failing. Maybe a snip of some vital component, but let's have a look. What do we need to know about these three Qatari officials finding their end in Egypt, these diplomats? What do we need? It's really hitting my spidey senses here. So come on down, let's have a look. This one flew itself out. Something to do with a gift in the past. Now, I don't know whether it's the aeroplane or not that's now costing the upwards of, what is it, $1 billion or something to refit. Oh, please. But something to do, there's a gift from the past. Now, this is also my Epstein Files card, but I'm not asking about the Epstein Files. I'm asking about these three Qatari officials that have been, if I say suspiciously, the media's not following up on it. The media's not following up on a lot of things. Oh, speaking of the media not following up, The other day I did the reading on Liberty voting, and I was getting quite strongly. Who was I getting? Witkoff. Witkoff, who happens to be involved in what's happening in the Middle East as well, quite extensively. If you remember correctly, his son and Sniffy Jr. set up a company called Liberty Finance, which deals in cryptocurrency, which apparently is going through some pump and dump happening recently, along with the stock market. Rosie did a really, really good reading. Rosie Insights on YouTube. Go and have a look. She did a really good video yesterday on what's happening in the stock market. But the fact that they're both called Liberty caught my attention as well. Liberty Finance and Liberty Voting. Do you think there might be a connection there? Anyhow, come on down. Let's keep going with this. I'm asking about the Qatari officials. What do we need to know? So something about a gift from the past. Could be trafficking, but let's see where it goes. Challenged by temperance. Temperance can be about moderation, but it can also be about alchemy, creating something new out of what was. It's also trying to spin a story, pouring back and forth from jug to jug. Okay. It really, just something doesn't sit right. Now, I don't feel that the conflict will ramp up again. I really feel like the players are going to be taken out before they get an opportunity to ramp back up. But what have we got here? The challenge was an ability to spin the story about something that happened in the past. Okay, let's see where this goes. What do we need to know about these three Qatari officials? I'd love to hear from the other two. There's something, okay. I hope they have a security detail, a trustworthy security detail on them is all I can feel. And I'll let you read between the lines in regards to that. Thigh deep in the swamp, something's being revealed. They had to make a decision about which way to go with some information they had. Had to make a decision about which way to go with some information that they had. I'm also going to remind you about Khashoggi as well. Do not forget that Khashoggi, the journalist, was at that time investigating Kushner's connections in the Middle East. I'm just putting that out there. Just do not forget that. We get bombarded by so much. I'm really getting a pull towards Khashoggi's investigation into Kushner and his dubious dealings in the Middle East. Now, Kushner has got his fingers all over this ceasefire deal. It's such an intertwined, mangled web of these parasitical, predatory people. I'm going to say that the energy that they were in was that they had information and they hadn't yet decided what to do with it. In the past, about betrayal, loss, disappointment, heartbreak, emotional heartbreak. This is the Minor Arcana Death card. in the past there was something that they had come across that put them in a state of despair here. That they, okay. Again, another 2. The energy over this at the moment was again information. It could have been about something to do with someone got paid for something that was nefarious, a money trail perhaps. This is my international money laundering card, and they were just deciding what to do with the information. Okay. The High Priestess, the immediate future, hidden agendas, keeping secrets revealed, and it's Hogarth's Israel card. And not so much Israel, Netanyahu card, because the people of Israel, they're like the people of Russia and the people of the United States. It's not the people necessarily. It's those that are in control. So we've got hidden agendas, trying to keep secrets revealed. Externally, about a plan that was coming together but hadn't yet made port. Looking out over the ocean. I mean, this could be do with the Gaza Strip. Let's see where it goes. Oh, internally. Again, thigh deep in the swamp with secrets. Look, we got the 2 secret cards here. Deciding what the 2 thigh deep in the swamp cards here. 2 having to make a decision about the information that they found. We've got here 2 cups, 2 again standing, a decision that needs to be made with what they found out that they were just incredibly disappointed in. Okay, hopes and fears, the Page of Wands. One of the survivors might come forward. They fear one of the survivors of this crash coming forward with information. Oh boy, oh boy. You've got the King of Cups as the outcome. The Hermit. Again, another swamp card. The investigation, the King of Cups. I'm going to have a look and trying to keep this information about whatever this money changing hands was secret. Trying to keep it secret in light of this ceasefire. These are really unpleasant cards. I'm just going to lift you up. I'll just pop that there. I'm going to lift you up and just pause for a moment and check something. Hang on. Back again. In light of this reading, Witkoff is a Pisces, a water sign, King of Cups. Trying to isolate, keep the information hidden and secret, to do with money changing hands perhaps. What was the next card? The Chariot. In regards to the initial, I'm just going to say the initial incursion. Page of Coins, information coming forward about the money with the star that will reveal everything about those who tied themselves to the devil. And then we've got the 5 of Wands. It'll be every man for himself. And here's this Queen of Wands. I keep coming up with this Queen of Wands in regards to a new leader in Israel, and a few of you have mentioned who it might be. Yeah, there is something that these Qatari officials knew, that they were debating whether to share and they were removed, is what I'm getting. Allegedly, entertainment only. Can I have a look, please? Can you tell me about the two that survived? What, what is going to happen with the two officials? Okay, I don't know who they were. I'm hearing that one was the driver, so didn't know anything. Were the two that survived? Might look it up. Hang on. Because I'm feeling one was the driver, and I'm wondering whether the other one was the occupant of the other car, the other vehicle, but I'm not sure. Let's have a look. Okay, the two others were, well, they say they were diplomats, but I'm getting the feeling one was the driver. Uh, they've been airlifted to Doha in Qatar. Tell me what we need to know about these two survivors. There's no word on there. I'll just double check. I don't think there's any word on their injuries. Something's chucked out. There's no word on their injuries. A steering wheel malfunction. No, there's nothing further. Let's have a look. These two surviving Qatari officials. What do we need to know? Come on down. Oh, there's two cards that have dropped out. Okay, well, I'll take the top one as the first card. The Ace of Cups. Emotionally overwhelming. New information in regards to something that's really emotional. It can be, I mean, usually there's a dove of peace dropping a coin into the cup. Okay, let's see where this goes. The challenge is the Seven of Pentacles. The financially harvesting. Can also be the inability to harvest is the challenge. And on the bottom we've got this infighting that's going on as well, the attempt to tear down. What do we need to know about these two that survived? Yeah, the energy that they are in is the Ten of Swords. I don't know how injured they are. I think pretty badly. We're not hearing anything about them. I'm just going to say the intention was to take them all out because they know something. Yeah, in the past, the abuse of power, the betrayal, the deceit, the desire to win at any cost and steal. And you've got the two figures here walking away. Now, whether this is the two survivors, because there are only the two survivors, but there's something here that they know about what happened. I don't know where they've got their source from. Yeah, okay. I really hope that they are they are being protected, because there is something really wrong here about this incident, and it's troubling me so badly. Now this could be that they bring an end to the illusion, of the occurrence of events, or there could be an attempt. Okay, another 10. 10s usually mean an ending, the immediate future, crossing the threshold. If you hear anything about the health report of these two surviving, please let me know. The Tower. Oh, gosh. Now, this could be that they have information about oligarchical money that could tear things down, but internally, emotionally walking away. It's very much like the Two of Cups, but this could also be departing, as you've got this figure here praying, and walking up the stairs. The hopes and fears, because they knew something and they had about the swamp, but they hadn't yet decided what to do with it. It was to do with money changing hands, big money changing hands in regards to this. It is inflammatory information that they have about the leaderships, about the emperor, the leaderships, and agreements that were made between leaders. And what they have can change everything with the Wheel of Fortune. It will change everything about how we view what was done. And we've got the mercenary here with the Knight of Coins. And we've got the King of Coins, those that paid the mercenaries. Oh gosh, this is just... But here we've got Five of Wands. Four of Swords to keep them silent because they learnt something in the past that was just incredibly disappointing that they were going to share with the Sun card. I mean, I can keep going. We've got the Two of Wands. The plan that certain people want kept secret. The Knight of Swords. Three of Pentacles, the dark money. This is a harsh truth about the dark money. Queen of Coins, trying to keep it secret. And the Moon card. This, I am going out on a limb, was no accident. And the two that are remaining, I hope, are safe. I'm just going to leave that there. I'm just going to finish with three cards. Using the mystical manga, and the devil just showed itself to me, the devil and the Seven of Swords and the Emperor. Will this information come out? Will the information come out? Will the information that these 5 Qatari officials knew, will it come out? Will it come out? Will it come out? Will it be revealed? I'm feeling really nauseous. I do apologize. Just the energy. Will it be revealed? We've got that Queen of Wands, King of Swords, and Queen of Cups. Well, court cards galore. I think it's yes. I don't know if one of these officials is female. King of Swords is taking legal action, and the Queen of Cups, she's got something in her cup that's not yet been revealed. Oh boy. The Star card facing off against the Emperor, and it's all about money. Ace of Coins. Okay, yeah, I think we are Do not be surprised at anything that comes out. Just shows the desperation lengths they'll go to try and prevent it. Love to you all. Take care. Bye-bye.